Well, we did it again in Aftershock. Rattles, New Jersey on Friday evening. It's meteorologist Joe Martucci here. This happened at 5:59 p.m. in Oldwick, which is in Hunterdon County, a rural part of northwest New Jersey, located just about a mile and a half southeast of Tewksbury, which is where we had the initial shock this morning, which was a 4.8 magnitude earthquake. Now, whether it was a 4 or 4.8, it's still classified as a light earthquake. That being said, there's noticeable shaking. 4.8's right on the edge of where it's shaking and where you start to see property damage. And thankfully, the damage has been very minimal across New Jersey and beyond. We see about 10,000 of these a year across the globe. Still has the energy equivalent of 33,000 pounds of explosives. Now, this is where the earthquake was felt this morning. Those areas in orange had very noticeable shaking. The areas in yellow had the potential of shaking here, and many in New Jersey did actually feel the rattling. But this extended from Washington, D.C., all the way into New England, up into places like Montreal, Quebec, and Ottawa, the capital of Canada here. Now, as we went into the evening, this aftershock was not as widespread. It was a 4.0 magnitude, so it was a little bit lesser magnitude. It was also a deeper shock. This one, 9.4 kilometers below the surface. The deeper it is, the less it can actually shock a bigger radius at the ground level. The one this morning was just 3 kilometers deep into the surface, so that plays a role as well. As we said this morning, there are earthquake fault lines in New Jersey. We have the Ramapo fault line. We also have a Flemington fault line, which around where those two meet up, we had the earthquake and a number of aftershocks. The one at 5:59 this evening was the 11th aftershock, but it was the one that was actually felt throughout much of the state. Now, this is pretty parallel to Interstate 287, and there's a reason for that. Where you have 287, you have lower elevation. This is where the earth goes from mountainous, from the Appalachian Mountains, into more of the coastal plain that dominates most of New Jersey. So it's not the fault that we see in California in terms of the fault lines, but there is still one in New Jersey, and it is a focus for earthquakes. You can check out more from me and our lead weather team with our Across the Sky podcast. New episodes come out every Monday.